All right, the Jazz have been sold. What does that mean for the team? Are they going to be in Utah? Are they going anywhere else? Is it all good or is this all bad? Let's talk about it right now. I bet you guys all thought this was going to be a regular Wednesday with not much going on in the NBA world. You were wrong and so was I. This channel's been a little quiet lately. I've honestly been taking a little break. And then we get news that the Utah Jazz have been sold. Well, what does that mean? The Jazz are sold? Are they going anywhere? The Jazz have been sold. Gail Miller and the Miller family have sold the Jazz to Ryan Smith, who is the founder of Qualtrics. If you don't know what that is, that's a major, huge tech company in the U.S. and around the world. Ryan Smith is one of the richest men in the country, if not the world, or at least just incredibly, incredibly wealthy to a level that he can just buy an NBA team if he wants to, which he just did. But who is Ryan Smith? So, like we've said, he is the co-founder or founder of Qualtrics. He is based in Utah. He went to and played junior jazz. He loves the Jazz. And we saw from the press conference today that his family is big on the Jazz, that he had actually been talked to by the NBA to buy other teams or maybe an expansion team or something like that. So this guy has been someone the NBA has thought about for a while, and he is basically Utah's Mark Cuban because he is a tech company guy that has just absolutely blown up. And now when the opportunity arose to buy a team, that's what he did. So basically Utah is now owned by their version of Mark Cuban. And that's kind of, there's two things to that. That's exciting and that's also nerve-wracking. In college, I started off as a political science history major, and I quickly switched when I learned that that was not for me. But one of the things I remember learning, and it's kind of stuck with me for a while, is about the different types of government. And the Utah Jazz have been kind of running a little bit as a democracy with Gail Miller on top. But now they're kind of moving into like a kingship. So you've got like one owner. He's the guy, and he is going to make all the decisions. And like we learn in government, the best government you can have or the worst government you can have is having a king. Why? Because if you have a good, benevolent king who cares about the people, who wants to take care of everyone, he makes the right choices, he gets rid of corruption, he makes everything efficient and go really well, then you have an incredible government led by a great leader. But on the same token, when you have a bad king, you have the worst government because a bad king does things that are selfish, doesn't take care of the people, doesn't take care of the team, and all sorts of things like this. So this could be an incredible thing. It could be not incredible. We're about to find out. I tend to think that Ryan Smith is going to be an incredible owner because he's a tech person. We know he's a smart guy. I mean, honestly, I tweeted about this. If you designed an owner in 2K of what you'd want an owner to be, wouldn't it be someone that is big on tech and analytics and things like that? That's what Ryan Smith is. He's a smart guy, businessman. He's going to make great decisions for the Jazz. And the nice thing is that he loves the Jazz. That's another reason he's like Mark Cuban. I mean, Mark Cuban told that same story where he used to watch the Mavericks in the stands and just dream about buying them. And when he had the opportunity, he jumped on it. This is what Ryan Smith is doing. He is buying the Jazz. He's a fan. You can be, comfortable knowing that this team is going to be in Utah, and Ryan Smith is going to do his best to make this team the best it can possibly be. Hopefully he can grow this team just like he's grown Qualtrics, which has been impressive stuff. I personally am pretty excited about it because this actually changes things. Where the Millers, who I feel like Gail Miller did a great job, the Miller sons, I'm not as impressed with, and I was not excited about someone like Greg Miller taking over the Jazz, and we can talk about that some other time. But this is just like best case scenario for the Jazz. You have someone who is going to take over who has the money to make the right money decisions, because it's not just paying contracts, guys, with this types of things. It's building an organization. It's hiring all sorts of positions. It's business elements. It's making sure the in-arena experience is top-notch. He's going to be in charge of everything, and you can bet that this is going to be great. He's going to make great decisions. The Millers kind of ran things pretty well in terms of just going as low cost as they can with operations. But they've done a good job. The Jazz have been a contender, or at least a playoff caliber team for the majority of the time they've been with the Millers, almost the whole time. They've been a solid franchise in all that time. But maybe someone like Ryan Smith can come in, take them over the top. He's going to make decisions. And like, some people might say, well, what kind of things can they do? Well, he's going to be able to sign off on everything. Like, I don't know if people understand, but when you want to make an NBA trade, it goes to managers. Managers aren't the final say on trades. The trades have to go to the owner, and the owner has to sign off on them, both of them. By the way, the Jazz have had multiple trades that have been on the table in the past that went to owners, whether it was the Jazz owner or the other owner, and the owners would nix it. I'm not gonna. There's things I've heard in the past that were kind of crazy and did not happen because certain owners backed out, and so. Ryan Smith is going to be someone who signs off on things. He might be okay with paying Rudy Gobert a big contract, or he might be more interested in focusing on Donovan Mitchell and making tons of trades and going that route. It'll be interesting to see. But whatever it is, we can tell it's going to be kind of data-driven and driven with passion, too. This guy loves the Jazz. So, that's what you want. You have an older ownership group in the Miller Group with sons who I don't think are all that interested in owning the team, and you've just sold it to someone who's hyper interested, who's going to be involved in a lot of ways. He's a mainstay on courtside. It's fantastic. I personally am excited about it and see what happens. Hopefully it's the good king and not the other. But I tend to think it's going to be a good leader because of what we've seen from Ryan Smith from Qualtrics. But running a tech company is different than running an NBA team, and sometimes you have to let the smart people make decisions. But then also that means that someone like Ryan Smith will make hiring decisions. He might hire certain people. Maybe he'll be able to get certain players to this team that might not have come before. Who knows? But this is a high upside thing for Jazz fans. It's something for them to be excited about. I personally am. Guys, like and subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing more and more. The NBA is coming back sooner than later. I will be here more often. Guys, I will talk to you later.